today. So here we're doing a segment right now that we haven't done in a little bit of a time, where we get a whole brand spanking new song.
Brand spanking new
Brand
from one of
spanking.
from one of my favorite artists out right now. Dope singer, dope person in general. Had a dope interview with her earlier in the year during quarantine. But just such a dope person and a dope spirit, and I'm just happy to just be able to play her joint, her new joint.
So, just a little background info on it. Scylla came to the Tri-State Top 10, which will be back in a couple of weeks. So, thank you for everyone that taps in to Corner Radio. We just got a lot of shit going on. A lot of things kind of just came our way, and we just didn't fucking expect none of this shit. But
Correct. Correct.
all good things, and we're very blessed and we're very honored to like have this time right now, to have the opportunity to be able to continue creating content for you guys and for just doing what we do. Everything's gonna be good as new, not good as new, but we're gonna have a good start to 2021. That I definitely think
I
so.
mean, we're gonna have a good end of 2020.
I mean, we're definitely gonna have
I
a.
listen. Everybody's counting out 2020. I have not counted out 2020 yet. We still got a month and a half, and I know the blessings is gonna come through. So I'm not even worried about it. It's all good.
But one of our blessings here, Stella, shout out to her.
Shout out to Scylla.
She came on the Tri-State Top 10. She was talking about the song that she had recently created with Bryce Valley, all the way from Cali, I believe. And if I got it wrong, I'm so sorry. But they put this song out after the confirmation of President-elect Biden and Vice President-elect Kamala Harris, and it brought a new wave of like music, not a new wave of music to me, but the song itself spoke out to me because it stuck to the universal thing we all talked about last week, where once that happened, a lot of things changed. A lot of more people became, I don't want to say nicer, but love really opened up. Like things seemed a little more lighter than it did.
The racers just went back to their hole, pretty much. Because I don't think the love ever went anywhere. I just think a lot more hate got infused into what we our everyday living, and we became more defensive towards that because we didn't have anything like that. Like that was new for like our generation of us, like we were going dealing with what our parents were dealing with in this 4 year time span. So I think now now that the races don't have someone to lead them forward, they went back to their hiding space, and now everybody can just get back to what they were doing, which is love.
So we're gonna get into that new love, Bryce Valley featuring Scylla. If you like it, drop a fire in the comments, or like hit us up and let us know,
Or hit her up and let her know. We
or
give it to
follow
her.
her
Right.
at the THEE Lovely Trend,
The lovely trend.
the lovely.
Let her know that the
Trend.
song was fire if you think it's fire. Because
And
one thing to tell us, but them compliments to us artists, they go a long way. You know what I'm saying? So let her know.
it's even more of a compliment when they copy us.
Oh boy.
But we're not gonna do that. So I'm gonna get into my homegirl's track though. Still an amazing song. Weekend vibes after that, and then we're gonna get our guest David Hopper up on and talk to. Actually, it's a one-on-one interview.
Yeah, it's gonna be very
Ooh.
interesting interview. Y'all stay tuned for that.
Katie's letting the boys do the work today. Let's go.
Clean breeze, brushing my face as the wind sings through the trees. I hear it coming, I see it coming, I feel it coming. Lovely, when I see blue, I'm cool, cause I finally can breathe. I hear it coming, I see it coming, I feel it coming. See me, see us, all up, all after. No matter the tone, we'll aim this one. We stand, we fight, one land, we'll to survive. Oh, do you hear it? Do you see it? Do you feel it? We can make it there if you only believe in new love. Do you hear it? Do you see it? Do you feel it? That day is here 'cause I believe it. New York change where our children get to breathe. They get to be themselves. Living in a world that's meant to be everything that they've dreamt of. Where love is love and no one's lost. No need to fear, baby. Rely on trust, I'll be enough. Together we can make it. World's worth protest, no time to wait. Let our generation help to demonstrate. We speak love, we speak no hate. The only thing we really want is new love. Do you hear it? Do you see it? Do you feel it? We can make it there if only you believe it. New love. Do you hear it? Do you see it? Do you feel it? That day is near because I believe it. How we gonna help the kids? How we gonna help the kids? Sending mixed messages. Give them all we got to give. All we can give. All they're trying to do is live. How you gonna help the kids? How you gonna help the kids? Sending mixed messages. Show us what you gotta give. All we're trying to do is live with new love. Do you hear it? Do you see it? Do you feel it? We can make it there if you only believe it. New love. Do you hear it? Do you see it? Do you feel it? The day is here 'cause I believe it.
So that was New
The
Love.
fuck was that?
That was me trying to act like I got skills on the mic when I don't.
Yo.
So we here though. Welcome to the Rawrrzone. Weekend vibes. That's something we do here. Before we introduce our guest. So, our guest here is very much a jack of all trades of his own.
Absolutely.
He is an author. Once upon a time, a hip hop artist, poet.
Motivational speaker.
A motivational speaker, a media host, a content platform owner, photographer. Sometimes he wants to do videos too if he feels like it. Overall cool dude. David Hopper.
David Hopper in the building. What's good, brother?
Ain't none. Thank you for having me. Appreciate it.
We're gonna get to our weekend vibes. How was your weekend, and what are you happy about going into this week?
My weekend was great. Every day is great, actually. Went to my daughter's gender reveal party.
Okay.
Celebration. Hung out with my son. Had a photo shoot. And outside that, regular business.
What's
Good
up?
weekend.
What's up?
What do you look forward to this going into the new week?
New ventures, new journey, new challenges that we take.
That's what's up. Me? What did I do last week? It was daddy weekend, so you already know. It was me and Mikey. You know, I worked for a little bit, but it was me and Mikey the whole weekend. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't really nothing. Just quality time. I bought him a new he wanted a Jurassic World dinosaur, so I went out and got him one of those. He's been asking me that for a couple of weeks, so I went and got him that. And that was it. We just spent some quality time together and everything as we do every weekend. And you know, other than that, but as far as what I'm looking forward to this week, tomorrow I'll be recording 2 podcasts. I'll be recording my own podcast, Thoughts of a Regular Man. It's just coming back. Thank God, finally. And I'll be recording a new podcast with my girlfriend Janelle tomorrow. The Adventures of Mike and Nell. So we, it's gonna be cool. It's a fun little vibe, and we're gonna have a good time. You know what I'm saying?
My weekend. Well, woke up and my computer wasn't working.
I know that was a drag.
It wasn't just any computer. It was Bertha. And if people don't know who Bertha is, we've mentioned her throughout the years, well, throughout the months, as the one computer that's able to withstand the amount of video work and streams from COVID-19 work.
Right.
So Bertha ended up somehow having a internal cracked screen without the screen actually being cracked.
An internal cracked screen.
It looks like it's internally cracked, but you don't see like the regular screen is cracked. Like, you get what I'm saying?
It's the inside of the screen.
Yeah.
So your LCD broke.
That's what it's looking like.
Yeah. So that means
I don't
either
know
sat
how.
it the wrong. You either banged it up against something, somebody sat on it, or it fell. That's the only way that can happen. I could fix it before course.
Listen, Mom already took the laptop, try to get it fixed.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, because she got to go take the other one that was in goddamn Japanese.
Oh, she took the Japanese one.
Not yet. I don't even know, because we left like at 1:00 today, so I don't even know what the fuck happened.
True.
So, so that happened. Then I worked here at DTF all weekend, usual regular degular shit. Aaliyah came over.
Yeah.
She came to DTF and then she hung out with me with my grand little.
Nice.
Yeah, it's regular shit. You know, we christened the new headquarters.
Nice.
And then yesterday I did a baby shower with Coney Brooks. No, yesterday was Monday. I definitely did not do that because it definitely worked.
Right. That was Sunday you did.
That was Sunday. Monday.
But it wasn't Coney Brooks' baby shower. She's not saying Coney Brooks.
No, Coney Brooks did not have a fucking child. I swear to God.
She's not saying that.
No.
She did a baby shower that Coney Brooks was a part of, but it was not his baby shower.
Not yet.
Let's clear that up. Let's just clear it up that it was not his baby shower the other day.
Yeah, let's not start having people saying we're talking more shit, but besides the point. But yeah, no, I'm looking forward to what this week will bring. It's not this week we're going, but next week we're going to JR, the
album release.
EP release. Album release?
I think it's an album.
Okay. So album release, I'm sorry. So we're going to JR, the album release, and then we're networking more. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. But I'm more looking forward to, for once, not fucking talking for like 2 hours straight. Sounds fucking amazing. And I'm gonna let the boys have fun today. And I'm just gonna be the videographer and be KDK. And by the way, shameless plug, KDK Photography got a $125 holiday sale right now. So if you got kids or you want to do a Christmas photo shoot because you're an artist that wants to put out a Christmas song before the COVID gets too late, right? You know, just hit up KDK Photography, www.kdkphotography.com, and don't be a dub. So, gentlemen, I'm going to play the next song, which is another one for the ages from Scorpio P and Ty Wiz, and then y'all gonna do your thing.
Sounds good.
Like we always do it this time. Back again, but with a vengeance. Encore presentation, got a new set list. Shitting on your guest list. Back from the future, well rested. Music remains ever my temperature. Kept this under wraps, wrapped up like it's Christmas. Chilling in the trees, no passing out on the benches. I'm the last one standing. It's my turn again. Look at me, I'm the captain now. Y'all get to clap it. Do it for the applause like that Gaga joint. Baseline on that Dame time. I ain't playing point. Dancing with the angel of death. I'm Luke Skywalker with the switch. I'm James Bond with the tech. Like fuck that. Back to the basics. Got a new umbrella like Vanya on vacation. It's a celebration. It's another one for the ages. Put your hands up. Yeah, we back up on the stage, kids. Blazing, this one's for the ages. Put Put your hands up or let's wave it for the ageless. Blazing, this one's for the ages. Put your hands up.
Yeah. I gotta do it for the one time. There can only be one time. I'm getting bread like the lunch lines. You gotta guard your jaw for these punchlines. And I'm back at it. Summer gym stage, yeah, I'm that massive. I had shorty on the floor with her ass clapping. I like them cool, but chill, but mad ratchet. Yeah. 20s on the left, chillin' with my daughter, I got Momo in the back. Acting like a fool with these hundreds on my left. Fresh up the jet and I don't know where we at. We at the top, nigga. You can hate all you want, I won't stop, nigga. Read about me on these pages, fronts to the stages. I told you, we did it for the ages.
Blazing, this one's for the ages. Put your hands up or let's wave it for the ageless. Blazing, this one's for the ages. Put your hands up.
Yeah.
Once again. Now sounds Scorpio. Now let me hear you say hip hop. Now scream.
All right, so we're back. We're back, everybody. Welcome to the Rawrrzone. I got my guy David Hopper in here, and before we get all the way into this interview, I just want to say real quick that I think the conversation that we're about to have is very important. Both of us being not knowing each other at all, and we met one time prior before where he did an interview for me, and we both found out that we were semi recently incarcerated. Me a little bit more closer than he was, but um, I think the conversation is important because a lot of people, when I tell people I've been locked up, they say, "Oh, what? How was it? Was it like Oz, or was it like whatever? You know what I'm saying? Whatever you see on TV." And I always tell people, "Yo, it could be, but everybody's prison experience is different because everybody doesn't handle prison the same. Everybody doesn't see prison the same. Everybody doesn't take prison the same. You know what I'm saying? So his story that he's about to tell you, along with we're gonna get into the book that he just recently put out. Um, you'll get an understanding of one man's journey in and out of the prison system. You know what I'm saying? And I'm sure to you that there'll be things that are very similar. Even from reading the book, I was like, damn, this should bring back too many unpleasant memories. But there's going to be a lot of things that are different because, like I said, everybody's prison experiences are the same. So my guy David Hopper's in the building. Um, just before we get into anything, just let everybody know who you are, what it is that you do. I know Katie gave a quick little synopsis, but I want everybody to know what you do and let everybody know. You know what I'm saying?
No doubt. Appreciate you. David Hopper, born and raised Harlem, Sugar Hill. I really don't like talking about myself. That's the crazy part. Father, husband, entrepreneur, videographer, prison reform advocate, reentry activist, um, motivational speaker, you know, and focus mainly, my main focus entrepreneur side is video production, short films, and things of that nature
Right,
outside of the book.
right.
So,
So tell us a little bit about Unstoppable Media.
Unstoppable Media is actually the brand. It's ran by me and my my brother, which is my partner in crime, Rich Gant. We came up with Unstoppable Media because we used to be a rap group. So in rapping, our rap name was Unstoppable. So
Mhm.
everything outside of that we did, it was just unstoppable this,
Unstoppable.
unstoppable that. So when we got into the media, we basically got into the media in the video game, in the visual part of it, because we couldn't get nobody to help us with our vision.
Right.
So we basically just brought our own equipment and then start shooting ourselves. And that's how Be Unstoppable Media came about. So from us doing our own work, it was looking, looking appealing to people. So
Right.
people start reaching out, and then that's how we start getting work. So from that, it just branched off. And actually, um, our first interview for Unstoppable Media was actually here in this room, probably about 5, 6 years ago.
Okay.
We had got invited because we was a part of a battle league, Showtime Battle League, which me and Showtime TV actually, well, it's Showtime's league, but he needed somebody to do the visuals and to help, with the logistics.
Uh-huh.
So, you know, we met mutual people, introduced us, and from that, I signed on to help him with the visuals and the logistics. And part of my job was to get promotion and marketing and all that. So we started reaching out to people, and DTF was actually one of the first people to reach out and like, come on, and promote your event. So
Right.
from that, when we got here, me and my brother, we did the interview, and after we left, literally, as soon as we walked out the door, we looked at each other, and he's like, "Yeah," I was like, "Yeah, like, we gotta get a show."
Right.
And that quick,
That's
maybe
it.
like 3 months later, we uh we got the information, got the catalog, and the rundown, and we started our own show, which was Think Straight TV on radio, because at that time we was Think Straight TV. So
Mhm.
it just evolved. So that's really where everything started from,
Okay.
and that's maybe like 6 or 7 months after I came home from prison. So
Just
yeah, that's
work.
about 7 years ago.
Nice. Nice. What made you besides just um nobody really being able to see your vision and execute the vision the way you wanted it? What made you really just want to be in the video game in that aspect? Like,
Well, that's a funny story, because actually my cousin, my circle is very small. My unit is extremely small. So at the time, this was um before I went to prison. I always had a camera. I always had a video camera, some kind of video camera, something, some kind of camera, something. So I always had footage of people, uh, B celebrities, hood celebrities, randoms. So I had a bag full of tapes. Back then, the video cameras, it wasn't digital, so it was
there's
the
little
tapes.
tapes, yeah.
So I had a literally like a Macy's bag, a big plastic Macy's bag of tapes. And my cousin one day, he's like, "Yo, what you doing with all that footage?" I said, "Shit, I ain't doing nothing with it. Like, once I shoot it, I really wasn't doing nothing with it."
Right.
He like, "Yo, my man got a show on the public access channel,"
Hmm.
but he was keeping. He like, "Yo, the show was whack." You know what I'm saying? He like, "Yo, I know you could do a show. Like, I know
Right.
you should put this. You should put this the footage to use." So I'm saying, I think about it. So he kept hounding me, hounding me, hounding me, hounding me. Every time I seen him, he like, "Yo, what's up? You get the show, get the show." So I said, "All right, all right, all right." So I got the information, did the classes, got on public access in Yonkers, and you go through the class and they show you how to edit and all that.
Right.
So I put the first show together, put the second show together. So now they airing. I think you had to do 3 shows, 4 shows before they aired it.
Mhm.
So I did the 4 shows, whatever it was. By the time the fourth show came out, I was in the barbershop, and the dude, one of the barbers, like, "Yo, I know you." So I'm in Yonkers. I'm like, "Nah, you don't know me." You know what
Right.
I'm saying? I'm from Harlem. So he's like, "Nah, I know you." Another dude's like, "Yo, that's homie from the show." So I'm like,
Wow.
"Oh yeah, you got the show ground up." I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Yo, that shit dumb funny, yo. That's the dope." Ah. So So I'm like, oh, all right, no doubt. So from that, I just caught a bug, like, and then from that one time, maybe like two or three other times, people noticed me. People like, yo, what's up, yo, you do the know. So that's really where it started from. My cousin pushed me to
Do something with that
take the
footage.
tapes and
Right.
make a show. So from that point right there, we was like, all right, this is something that we can do. And I really like doing it. The camera was my thing. My mom's very art, like an artist. You know what I'm saying? She draw, paint freehand and all that. My mom's had a painted a life size Smurf on our wall with the mushroom and all that when we
Right.
were younger. You know what I'm saying? So that was just like it was just part of my upbringing. So when it got time to it, it's like, all right, this is what we're gonna do. And this is the time when public access was really just rising.
Right.
And I don't want to tell a story, but the story is out there. You know what I'm saying? Like when it comes to battle rap and that culture,
Uh-huh.
I was definitely ahead of the curve. It's some people that's popular right now that that's the guy in the game. But
As far as battle rapping?
yeah, but I don't want to tell a story because I don't want to seem like
Right. No, no, no. I
So
feel you. I
the
feel you.
story will come out, but
I feel
yeah,
you. I
I was
feel you.
definitely the guy that these other guys was watching for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So we had the barbershop ciphers,
Uh-huh.
Home of the Haze DVD. You know what I'm saying? Like it was right before I got locked up. So as soon as I got locked up, the wave came. But we
Right.
was we was already we was on the
You was
beach.
popping
We was
already.
on the beach already. You know what I'm saying? We was already on the beach. So that's another story.
So what made that trend? What made you stop the music? What made that like
Oh, it's prison. I
that
ain't gonna
just
hold you. Before I got locked up, one of the last songs we did, the last couple songs we did, it was tough. I always say we got some of the hottest songs you never heard, right? So I got locked up. We was in the mix. Me and probably two or three, one or two of my other close associates are the only ones with regular 9 to 5s right now. My whole circle, it was like 9 of us. Literally, we was like Wu Tang at the same time as Wu Tang,
okay?
but they was right before us because they was
Uh-huh.
on already.
Right.
And out of that 9, rest in peace, Mugshot. Rest in peace, Smokey. So 7, me and him 5. So 5 out of that 9 are actually in the music industry in some capacity. That's what we did. You know what I'm
Wow.
saying? So when I got locked up and I came home, I jumped right back in. And my first time back in the booth, my second time back in the booth, they put the beat on. I wrote to it and I spit it and I came out, and the look on people's faces was like. And then one of your young boys that was in the studio, he like, oh, you on your prison aggression shit, right?
Right. Right.
So I'm like, what? He like, that was some Melly Mel shit. So I'm like, so I look at my brother, he like, it's over, champ. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that was it. Yeah, that was it. And he's like, if my brother didn't rhyme, if he said he wasn't gonna rhyme because we was a group.
Right.
So I wasn't gonna do it by myself.
Right.
So he said, yo, it's over, it's over.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So he like, it's over, champ. I was like, say less.
That's what's up. So let's get into your book. You came out with a book. I remember when you were first promoting it. Was it earlier this year, late last year?
Early this year.
Earlier this year. I remember I said, "Oh my God, I got a book."
Right,
You was talking about
right before the pandemic.
right before, right. Cause I remember you was posting like the cover and everything. I was like, okay, yeah, he's dropping the book.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us about Moments. Tell us like don't give it all away, but like tell us what Moments is about and what it means to you.
Moments, writings, thoughts, and letters of a two-time felon. Is basically I laid it out for you. I laid it out for the people in the title. It's just the content is so diverse, if you will. So for me, Moments is a release, almost like therapy. It's reliving the sanity of the prison sentence, but also not just the sanity, but the insanity rather, and then also the
Sanity.
sanity, the peace after the storm.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So it's a look at moments for me that was significant through the bid that actually got me through the bid and made me who I am today,
Right.
up until the moment where the book was actually published. So everything in that book,
In that time frame.
right? You know what I'm saying? So that's 7 years. A couple of people got the book and inboxed me or spoke to me directly and was like, I thought it was gonna be more, right? Not that they was disappointed, but it was like so appetizing.
Right.
They wanted
They
they
wanted
like
more.
right. They said, "Yo, it's like, damn, I want more." So I gotta explain to people or tell people that that's just one moment of my life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I'm 40 something years old. So this is this is from 32 to 38.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? In that 6x9 cell. So and it came about by actually it was an idea. I'm more of a us person.
Right.
So most of my ideas I get, I'm like, oh, this would be dope for so and so or with so and
Right.
so. So with the book, and most of the times I was telling somebody last night, he asked me about a short film I'm writing. But he said, how did you come up with it? So I told him, I dreamt about it. So a lot of my stuff come to me in dreams and when I'm taking a shower, literally. Like I'm taking a shower and shit just pop up, right?
That's your peace space. That's where you peace that. That's
Yeah,
where
you know what I'm
everything is
saying?
like.
So it's kind of
I
weird, but
understand that.
moments was I said, oh, yo, we should be take our letters. I forgot what actually prompted it, but I remember it started with the letters. So I called two of my friends that was locked up with. I said, yo, we should write a book with our letters to our kids and the letters we got and let
Right.
people know like really the inside, not what people are glorifying.
Right.
And being in prison and coming home, everybody don't want their story told.
Nah.
Or everybody's not comfortable with telling their story.
Absolutely.
They don't. Everybody don't want to be that vulnerable. So both of them pretty much was like, "Son, I'm not doing that. Like, it's a great idea for you. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
me, nah, I'm not doing that." So I'm like, "Damn." I'm like, "All right." So I threw it off. But it kept nagging at me, kept nagging at me. So I said, let me look into my own paperwork because I never looked at the paper. It was just the idea.
Right.
So I said, let me go back and really look at what I have to submit to give to the people. And when I started looking, I'm like, damn, this enough to write myself,
Right.
to write the book myself. So that's what I did. I just took all the moments, I started deciphering and breaking down and be like, okay, this makes sense for this and this makes sense. Just putting it together, putting the pieces together, and moments. That's the finished product.
Yeah. It was dope. I actually got about halfway through it so far. But I know at one point I had read this one part and it you said something that was very, very important that I actually got while I was in prison. And then when you said it, it just brought me back to it. I was like, yo, that's exactly how I thought. And you said, um, it will go away once you get used to being in. I was shocked. Not that it was stress, but she would think I would ever get used to being in prison. I never got used to being in prison. I adapted. I lost a part of myself to survive. That was important. That what he said was important because there's a lot of people that are in prison that are just they know it's not gonna get no better for them. So they
Right.
get stuck in a mentality. I've been on both sides of the prison system. I used to be a CO, and I've been in
Oh
prison. I
wow.
did an 18-month bid. I've seen the hardest killers
No,
broke down
that's a fact.
to like the smallest person they could ever be, where sexuality changes. Talking about people that will stick you for nothing, for
Right.
nothing. So it's very important when you said that because, and I know as I read further, there was points where you contemplated suicide and things like that. There was points where I thought I was gonna lose myself when I was in there, even though my bid wasn't long by any stretch of the imagination. the fact that I was there and away from my son, who was only 3 at the time, away from my wife at the time, it was killing me. It was killing me. And I almost lost myself, but I said, I have a son to raise. Just like you said, you was like, I got kids to raise. How could I do this to my kids? And it was just that touched me in a way because I was like, man, like that it takes a lot to express that just in words itself.
Right.
Um, what part of the book was like the most emotional part reliving
The most emotional part of the book. Wow.
for you? Like when you was sitting
Um,
down, you was just writing down notes or jotting down anything. What part that you had to like take a pause and just be like sit back and like, damn.
you know what's crazy? The way the book was, like I said, the book was pretty much written. It was just
Put
making it a book.
right.
So when you read it, for the readers and the people that will read it, um, it's a thread that that brings the book together.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's like the afterthoughts,
Mm-hmm.
right? The hindsight. So when I was writing the hindsights, I'm looking at the paperwork and everything that I already have written. And I think for me, the part that was most emotional, I would have to definitely say was um talking about my mom's
Mm-hmm.
and the time my son visited with my aunt.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want to give the
The whole
book
book away.
away, but the time that my son had came to visit with my aunt and talking about my mom's and come to terms that HIV, um she died from complication of HIV, and I ain't really have no idea what it was. I couldn't pronounce what she died from.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It was crazy. So that it was like damn. So going back to that was like the most
Wow.
part where I had to like, all right, let me go to another chapter.
Yeah, facts,
Now I
facts,
come back to that.
facts. I asked that because I think all of us who got out have that moment where like even when I think about it to this day, um I always sit back for I gotta sit back for like an hour and just like regroup. You know what I'm saying? And it was when my mom's came to visit me on my birthday. And
Mm.
I had no idea she was coming. She didn't tell me. I had literally spoken to her that morning, that Friday. And it was just so fortunate. This is when I had my dress, so I had just had my shit just twisted up like just because it was my birthday.
Right,
You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right,
So I was
right.
like, yo, I ain't gonna sit here look crazy. I went lined my beard up because I used to do the barber and everything. And I remember I was playing dominoes because that's how I got through my bid. My bid was reading and
Mm.
dominoes. I literally sped my bid up. But I remember I was playing dominoes and I was so into the game, I didn't hear my name being called. So somebody came and said, yo, New York, they calling you for a visit. I'm like, nah, you bugging. Like,
Not
nah, it
me.
can't be. Ain't nobody come to Mississippi for me. You know what I'm
Mm.
saying? So it's like, nah, you Michael Bostic, right? I'm like, yeah. It's like, yo, they calling you New York. You need to go check out who it is. So the first thing I'm thinking is my wife. And I was hyped because I was like, yo, like that's dope. That because she was already pissed. She was mad at me and all
Right,
this. And
right, right.
I'm already 6 months into the bed already. She mad at me. She don't even talk to me on the phone. So I'm thinking, damn, she just surprised me. Get there and it's my mom's, yo. And I mean, just her being there was just important. She was very instrumental in me getting through the bid. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? I talk to moms almost every day. Um, but just seeing her there, but just not in the greatest of spirits. That was her second time visiting me. Um, because I was there, and I know she hated seeing me there. And then like that weekend didn't go good at all because somebody threw something over the fence. So they had to shut everything
Oh
down
man, yeah,
quick. And it was
yeah,
just
yeah.
like it
P
was
P for
just
Paul.
yo, when I every time I'm with my mom, I'm with my moms all the time. That's the first thing I always think about. Yo, that lady came, flew to Mississippi on bad legs to come see her oldest son on his birthday.
Mm.
So, you know what I'm saying? I always think about that, but that always takes me to pause and I always got to like reflect on that because that was very, very important moment. Like, yo, I'm here. and I don't need to be here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Um, you did that was state time you did or Fed time?
Yeah. State time.
That was state time. That's our bids would be so different because I did Fed time.
Yeah. It's just a,
But um, what was the joint I saw? Trying to think of I saw something. Trying to get to that. Oh, you got real. That was what it was. So you got real lucky with your sentence.
I did.
You got wild lucky. It was
It's not even luck.
interesting.
I'm gonna let you finish, but I'll explain that.
Right. It was just I was just like, yo, like the cards just fell for him that day. For them to tell him he's gonna get this much and then got less. That was crazy. But go ahead and say what you was gonna say.
Yeah. So that whole situation that was a blessing. You know what I'm saying? So that's actually one of the reasons that through the bid it kept me um it kept me leveled,
Mm-hmm.
if you will. Like I was brought up in the church. Of course, I strayed away. You know what I'm saying? As I grew,
As most of us do.
you know. But I always had faith. You know what I'm saying? I always believed in God. You know, but to go from originally off at 5 years from 24 hours, I think I got locked up on this Sunday. They arraigned me. I think they got arraigned you within 48 hours.
48 hours,
Right?
yeah.
So it was between Monday and Tuesday. They offered me 5 years. They didn't have no evidence, nothing. Like they had what they had, but
Right.
it was like,
It
yo,
was nothing.
take this 5 years.
Circumstantial.
Right, take this 5 years and get on your way.
Can't do that.
I'm like, I can't see that far.
Right.
5 years. I just got off the street a day ago. You talking about 5
5?
years? I'm like, that ain't never gonna happen.
Right.
And then in my stupid mind, as most of us, we're ignorant to law.
Absolutely.
So I'm thinking, you give me 5, we watching Law and Order and all that shit. So you think, oh, they give me 5, I could bring them down to 3 or some shit.
Right. So you went to go fight it.
Right. I'm like, nah, I ain't doing that. He said, all right. Fast forward, my next court date, I think it was like 2 weeks, whatever the case. And they said, you face an 8 and a third of 25. I damn near fell out. So I'm like, how? Y'all just offered me 5 years.
Right.
Like, yeah, that's arraignment. That's because no money would have been spent. Nothing would have. It just been.
But now we here.
Right now.
Now money
here.
getting spent. So now you got to hit something.
Pay for this
Yeah,
shit.
you got to get hit. You got to get hit some way.
Somebody got to pay for this.
It's a
Right?
fact.
So long story short, I fought from the 8 and the third to 25 was the offer, but was what I was facing.
Right.
So they come back to offer 10, 8. So we going back and forth. I fired the lawyer, all this stuff. And once I fired the lawyer, the lawyer come back to me like, listen, we gonna work on something, getting you something.
Right.
The most we could get you down, we could get it down to 8 because they were saying 10.
Right.
So we could get you down to 8. This your second felony. I'm like, fuck.
Right.
Mind you, now
Right.
all this time I'm in the county, I see motherfuckers copping out to 15, 12s, going to trial, blowing, right? So I'm
Football
like, damn.
Numbers.
I'm like, fuck. I'm like, all right, fuck it. Give me the 8.
Right.
I'll take the 8. Whatever. Right. Now time is running, so I'm a year and change in already. Well, close to a year.
Right.
I'm like, fuck it, just give me the 8. Now I'm learning stuff. I'm like, all right, I'm doing 85% now,
Correct.
So sentencing come. So I took the deal. Basically, I took the 8. I was taking the 8.
Uh-huh.
So the day of sentencing, the lawyer come. My lawyer wasn't there. And my lawyer was there. The DA, the original DA wasn't there.
Uh-huh.
So he comes out. My lawyer comes out. He said, yo, I got good news. I said, okay, what is it? He said, we got you 7. I said 7. He like, yeah. And then they tell me the other DA not there, whatever. This is what we finesse for you. I'm like, give me that.
Right.
Give me that. That's
Yeah.
12
that's
months.
never, yeah.
Yeah.
All facts.
I'm on that. So I go out, get sentenced, you know. But they just, the only thing I really didn't like about that, they make you corroborate or whatever that
right.
is.
Right.
And they write a script and you
Right.
basically
Right.
gotta
Right.
say,
You basically going with it because
yeah,
they're all in cahoots.
yeah. So you basically just say, yeah, I did that, I did that, I did that. I'm like, that ain't shit ain't happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But I'm
Right.
like, you know what? Fuck it. Whatever. This shit ain't gonna change nothing.
Nothing.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
3 words, that shit ain't gonna change nothing.
Exactly.
Except the sentence. If I say that ain't happened. So you
Right.
know what? I'll take that.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things where now on the outside, that's really like part of my passion to try to get the youngins and
Right.
the dudes who's in these streets, the women that's in the streets, like just give them something to understand or give them some feedback, give them some information. Like if you're gonna be out here running the streets, I ain't gonna tell you, I ain't gonna knock your hustle. I ain't the
Right.
one to knock your hustle, right? Because 9 times out of 10, they ain't gonna listen to you.
No.
But I will give you some insight. I'm gonna give you some game. Like, listen, if you're doing this, look it up and see what you're facing.
Exactly.
Have an idea what's going on. Just don't be out here flying blind, you know.
Correct.
But yeah, so that they offered me, they gave me 7, and out of the 7, I did 6 years flat. So that was definitely a blessing. I love when people say, "Yo, you was lucky." I'm like, nah, I was blessed.
Bless.
Like, I believe in God heavily, and my mom is definitely watching over me. So I definitely was blessed, though, definitely. Because even the 7, remember I said they offered me 5.
Right.
I remember the day I was supposed to go home. If it's not the exact day, it was like the month that I was supposed to go home. If I would have took the 5 years, I was in Southport in the yard with my man, the one that I called to do the book with. That's still my man to this day, Craig. Right? I'm spending the yard with him, and I'm telling him, I'm like, yo, son, I'm mad. I'm like, yo, man, I'm supposed to be fucking home. I could be home right
No,
now.
that shit fucked with you.
Right? I'm like, I could be home right now. So we spinning yard. He like, yo, but if you were home, what would you do? Like, if you went home, if they call your number right now, what would you do? I said, man, I'm hitting the street. You know what it is. So he's like, I could dig it. He affiliated. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, you know, that's what it is. He younger too. So, but he's sharp.
Mm-hmm.
So he ain't judged me or nothing. He just let me speak and he said his piece. But later on, I thought about it 6 months later, 7 months, whatever the case. And I said, yo, I wasn't ready to go home.
Right.
I'd have went home. I'd have went back. I got killed.
It's crazy how much our stories parallel. Yo, I promise you, I remember I was supposed to get out or was projected to get out in February. And I was supposed to get out just in time for Valentine's Day. So I say maybe the 12th or 13th. The latest would have been I was like, yo, I'm gonna be home for my son's birthday. His is on the 16th. Yo, when that day came and gone, I was like, yo, I was supposed to leave. But just like you, I said, you know what? I ain't supposed to leave here yet. It's something that I needed to fix in myself first because it wasn't my time. It's so crazy.
And that from Southport, I went to, because I think I had less than 2 years because when I left Southport, I went to Woodburn. That's where I came home from. So when I got to Woodburn, I had like 18 months left. So literally, because 4 months, 2 years, 18 months, that's about 6 years. And that's what I had to do. So when I left, and that actually prompted me to start really zoning in. Southport is where my transition happened at.
Right.
That's where my mind
started changing.
That's where my mind caught up to my body, age wise, like maturity wise.
Right.
Like, yo, dickhead, like,
what the fuck is you doing?
What are you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's when it's clicked. And I actually charged that to my man Craig. He probably don't even know that. But I definitely charged it to him. And a couple other dudes in Southport. They definitely not check me, but they was doing so much, like being around them, you had to do something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Iron sharpen iron. So it was like, nah, I ain't gonna be in this cipher talking bullshit. And these motherfuckers is talking about going home and they be in the law library 6 hours out the day and all this and that. And what I'm talking about.
Right.
I can't wait till I get home to do what?
Exactly.
To do what when you get there? You know what I'm saying? So it was like, let me zone in. What can I do? What should I be doing? And from that point on, I just made a conscious decision. Like, I have to do something with my life. So, like, and not for nothing, I keep it. That's one thing about me. I work hard to be authentic and organic as possible. Like, I'm not the toughest dude, right? But I just had a temper. It's like they say,
Yeah.
"Oh, this nigga not crazy. He just got bad temper."
Uh-huh.
Like, that be true for a lot of
Right.
dudes. You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
Like, this nigga not crazy. He ain't no gangster. You just got
Just
bad
mad
temper.
as fuck.
Right. You know what I'm saying? And that was true to some extent. I was like borderline.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, I had sense. I'm not gonna be on the street doing the nonsense if I had something else to do. You know what I'm saying? So
Sure.
it's like, all right, what else is there for me to do? Because that's not me. I don't think it's cool to stay on the block all day.
Right.
Like, that ain't my thing. That's one of the things when I was locked up too. Um, a lot of dudes from Harlem, it was like in state. I don't know how it is in Fed, but in state, you got your Harlem tree in the yard, your Harlem area, your your Brooklyn
Right. Yeah.
area.
Now it's the same way in
You know what I'm
Feds,
saying?
just with states though. So you got your
So,
New York car, you got your Atlanta car, and shit like the same
right.
thing.
So the couple dudes I knew from Harlem that knew me, they knew what time they knew my type of vibe. But the other dudes that didn't know me, they like, yo, what's up with your man? They tell the dudes that know, like, yo, what's up with your man? Like, nigga act like he ain't from Harlem.
Yeah.
But by then my mentality was changed. I don't want to be around y'all dudes. Y'all talking about fly helicopters and big Benzes. Like, I did that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That ain't my thing. Right now, I'm trying to get home to my family and do what I need to do. So they used to like, they really ain't want me in their circle, and I ain't really want to be in their circle
Right.
because it was two different. We from the same place, but it was two different mixes. You know what I'm saying? So my thing really was like, I was more of a neutral type of guy. I was up top on the neutral grounds. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? So
What's up? So you got you said in the beginning when you were introducing yourself, you said you were a reentry activist.
yes.
So tell us about that. Tell us what you're doing with that.
With that, that's maybe within the last 6 months. Like, once the book came out, like I
Uh-huh.
said, what happened with that, that's another thing. I love meeting new people,
Mhm.
networking, because you never know, one introduction can change your life. And that's what happened with the reentry. Like, I always, like I said, I always been savvy about prison reform, just because of how they treated me, right? I
Right.
don't want
Right.
nobody to go through that. You don't have to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
So, but I actually interviewed somebody for a docu series I'm creating called Prison of Prosperity, and he had got locked up for a gun, and he beat the case because he was actually taking it to the buyback program. It was coincidentally that when he was coming out the house with it, police was raiding the building, and they took everybody
Oh.
down, and he had the hammer. He told him, like, I'm literally on my way to the precinct. So when he went and got his lawyer and everything, he got acquitted and he beat it. And he was telling me, I was like, yo, that's dope. And now what he
Real.
do is he was doing his thing is called Neighborhood Benches, the Gift and the Curse, which is nonprofit organization. He does reentry, activist activism, prison reform, feed the community and all that.
Uh-huh.
So, I started vibing with him. And I'm like, yo, this is this is what I want to do. I love, this. So
Right.
I linked up with him, and then now that's basically what I do. Now I'm more on at the ground level of it. So
Right.
now I'm just getting on panels, talking to people. I'm doing the footwork now. So basically just giving people information, still learning information, because when I speak about it, I want to speak correctly. I want to have the numbers and the
Right.
percentages and
Right.
all that, who to speak to them and how to speak to them and what to speak to them about. So right now I'm definitely at the infant stage of it, but I'm building on it. So that's
Right.
definitely something, you know, that that's dear to my heart right now. and I'm working on it.
That's what's up. I think reentry is very very important, especially for people who don't know, people who are listening who don't know. Reentry is like when you're getting ready to get released and back into society. And I think, especially when you're like 18 months from your bed, a lot of time I know in the feds they'll put you in what's called a camp, which is where I was at. Um, but they're not set up properly for reentry. I knew dudes who did. Actually, my first cellie um had never had an iPhone.
Mm,
Never had an iPhone before. Now, even though there was cell phones flowing all through the camp, he had never had an iPhone. So like maybe like 3 weeks before he was going, he's like, "Yo, man, should I get an iPhone, man, or should I get a Samsung?" And that's all we would talk about that for hours, like, because he knows I'm good with phones, electronics, and
right,
stuff. So
right,
he would
right.
always just ask me like, "Yo, what features this have? What features it got?" So, but I was like, "Nigga, you about to go home? Just go
Just
figure it out,
find
nigga.
right,
Like the
right,
fuck,
right, right.
like you know what I'm saying? Like, but like just for shit like that, like he told me he said, "Yo, I've never sent a real email. I've only sent an email from here.
Right. No,
I've never gone on
I could
Gmail
I could
and sent an
contest to
email.
that
You know what I'm
because when I
saying?
came, but even though because when I got locked up, I had a 9 to 5. I was working in the hospital as a
Uh-huh.
clerk, and we'll send an email, but it was internal.
Right. It was
You know what I'm
never
saying?
like he never legit sent.
So I never knew how to having to do an attachment.
Right.
Um, it was something else. Because you type something, you send an email like a letter,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not how you see it on the screen. When the person gets it, it's all
It's
bottled
everywhere.
up.
Yeah.
So they like, yo, send it in PDF. I'm like, I
What
don't
is
even know
that?
what PDF
Right.
is.
Right. Right.
Like,
Right.
what is PDF? You know what I'm saying? So I had to learn. I had to go to a class. They had to learn me. I had to learn computer skills, like
Right.
basic computer skills
Mm-hmm.
all over. Even though I worked in the hospital and I knew how to use their computer, their system,
Right.
but this is totally different. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So I do agree. And we talk about, just to backtrack, talk about the reentry. They had something called phase 4, which was the last phase to reentry before you
Reentry.
go home.
Mm-hmm.
And it was it was it was minimal at the most when it's talk about setting up people to go home with skills, right?
Right.
So it basically put you in this class and they give you these scenarios and they say if you go home and you lend your friend your car and he brings it back and then the police come to your house the next morning and said this car was involved in a shooting
Right.
and they about to take you, what would you do?
Just put you in like the most impossible
Yeah, like
situations.
why, first of all,
I remember that.
the guy's not my friend if he does that.
Right. If he does that.
Right?
Right.
He's not my friend. I'm not going back to prison, right?
Facts. I don't know him.
I don't know this guy. Like, I don't know.
I never seen this dude before.
Right?
I
Like,
don't
what
know
you
why the
talking about?
fucking car is here.
Right? Like, I don't know what you're talking about. So they put you in things like that. And my nephew, you know.
Right.
So then they tell you do an essay,
Right.
right? Bring something that you love and break it down to an essay.
Just.
Like, I'm 8 weeks away from touching the street,
I'm not trying to do none of this.
and this is what you're telling me that's gonna prepare me for the real world.
Right.
So no, when it comes
They're
to
not.
reentry, they have no clue of what we need, and this is why
Right.
me and other organizations and individuals are really doing these reentry, become reentry activists and advocates, because we have to take care of one another. And I tell everybody, I had a talk with somebody. We had a little round table, and they asked me about, do you believe everybody that's in prison should be there? I said no, I don't believe everybody should be there, but there are some people that belong there.
Right.
Like, let's keep it 100. There's some people that belong in prison, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now they might belong there forever,
Right.
but some people need to belong there to get their shit right. You need whatever their case is, that's on them. But
Right.
some people need some people are just not good for society at that moment in their life. So, but when it comes to reentry, we have to have some kind of standard. That's what I believe. We need a standard when it comes to uh, formerly incarcerated people coming home to the city, to the streets, to the
Absolutely.
world. So
Absolutely. So I appreciate you coming through tonight, man. Just chit chatting with me. Like I said, it's very important to get stories out for people who's willing to tell, especially when it comes to prison, especially to these young kids because they wilding. It is wilding. And it's
definitely.
like,
Well, and an understatement.
yo, it's like I was talking to Live and I was like, yo, bro, we kind of the old heads now. We the big homies now. You know what I'm saying? Like we kind of gotta like look to these kids and kind of like stop saying, yo, this is what it was gonna be. We gotta start really talking to them. And I mean not trying to pull them off the street because they're gonna do what they're gonna do. And like you
Right.
said, I'm not gonna not nobody hustle, but let them know there's other ways, man. And it's crazy because I was doing that even before I went to prison. I'm a big advocate for the youth. I love working with the youth and making sure that you know what I'm saying they straight the right way. You
Right.
know what I'm saying? Because shit can go left for people in our community. But let everybody know what's up, Katie.
Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt all the good convo, but I wanted to shout out the listeners that are on.
Okay.
So dinner at the round table tapped in. Shout out to Nelson and everyone. They'll be here next week. The evening experience sent the 100 emoji.
Uh huh.
To what you said right after about learning the life lessons and the bid.
Right.
And then Stephanie Cook, aka Rogue, put you guys dropping keys.
That's what's up. That's
Appreciate
what's
it.
up. Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it.
But let everybody know where they can find you at, man.
You can follow me. My main interaction or interactive uh wave right now is Instagram. I am David underscore unstoppable. I am David underscore unstoppable. And Twitter is dhop522. Katie K put me on. She said Twitter is the new
Twitter's the wave.
wave.
Twitter is
Twitter
the
is the wave.
wave.
Twitter is the
wave.
wave. Definitely.
So
This is the person I get petty with. Do
This
you
is-
not look at our tweets?
Nah, no. But for in my defense,
We got
I have
people
not-
stalking us.
I haven't. No.
Sorry.
People stalking me. You always try to take credit for some shit.
No, I
These
get.
niggas
I
is
got my
stalking
own
me.
stalkers. Can I have my own stalkers?
All right, kid, you can have your own stalkers, but no, Twitter. I think Twitter is a great place to get information anyway, because I think it gets to Twitter before it hits anywhere.
it's direct.
A
Yeah,
lot of
that's
stuff.
what-
A lot of stuff it hit Twitter before it even hits mainstream media.
Right.
So it's,
I
I think,
realized once I spoke to Katie, like, okay, let me get on it. So,
yeah, I think
I'm on
Twitter
Twitter.
is one of the more important social medias out there. Because it's not what it was when it first came out by any because I've been on Twitter
Yeah, it was
since it
boring
came
back
out.
in the day.
No, it actually wasn't.
For me,
But
it was.
it wasn't what it is
But
now.
right now, right?
It wasn't
And I
wasn't
think
like
that's what it was at the time. It was like, this not for
right.
me.
It was
never went
literally
back.
when it first came out, I don't even think it was I would call it social media back then. It was more
Just something for high
um
schoolers.
yeah, it was just something that it was new and nobody had ever
Yeah,
done
yeah.
anything like that before. But when like mainstream started getting hip to it and you started getting like uh stars and
Yeah, 'cause now it's
influencers
it's the
and
Twitter,
things like
it's
that.
the Twitterverse now. They got
Right,
their own thing.
right. They
so-
got their own it's and it's literally separate branches of Twitter. It's so interesting and so fun. Like,
yeah.
you know what I'm saying? You'll learn a lot. You'll meet different people and agree and fight all day long.
Right. So yeah, that's my thing now. So I'm on it. dhop522 on Twitter. I am David underscore unstoppable on Instagram. Those are my two main ways right now. So that's what I'm doing. You want to reach out to me, just holler at me. I'm always open to network, get information, give information, swap information. You know what I'm
Facts,
saying? So that's
facts.
what I'm here for. To get the book. The book is on Amazon. Moments, writing thoughts and letters of a two-time felon, David Hopper. So that's it.
It's a great book. Like I said, I read about half of it, and it's very great. It's a great story for anybody who just
wants to learn.
Yeah, and not only learn but understand. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not going to prison. It's not just going to prison. It's not just what you see on TV. It's a lot of that does happen, but they don't show you the emotional
The
part about
emotional
it. They
part
don't
is
show
not
that.
there, and that's. I'm glad you said that.
Yeah,
I'm glad you said that. That's
yeah.
really what is missing when you look at TV. I
Is
tell people too, you know, on TV, the shows. I know we gotta go with the TV shows. A commercial come on, you could go
right.
get your,
Stop what you're
go
doing.
do, go do something. When you there, it ain't no commercial.
Correct.
This shit real life all day, 24/7. There's no commercial. So the book gives you some emotional parts of it,
Right.
of what you see on TV.
Right. And I can vouch for that because, like I said, I've been there. So just seeing what you've written, like you said, people don't they miss that emotional part on TV. You know what I'm saying? They miss the. I spent the first month and a half of my bid in the bed reading. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
do nothing, and that was I barely ate. I might have ate one meal a day.
Right.
I was not in a good place. So people they don't show that. They don't glorify
Nah,
that. You know what I'm
definitely
saying?
not.
So thank you for coming through and just sharing your story with us, man. And
Thank you for
for
having me.
everybody who wants to go get the book, I recommend it. Please go get it. Support. Uh, learn something new.
Yeah, please go get the book. So I'm probably you guys are wondering why you only saw me with the camera and one. Yes, I got really trigger happy and I wanted to record today. But two, there's gonna be more content with me and David. A couple of weeks ago, you might see like a little thing floating here and there, a picture of me and David with a camera. That's because we actually recorded our own separate interview for the Titan of Rap website. So shout out to S Rock and the whole Rockview Entertainment movement. They're gonna be airing like our first episode, our first interview together. So we will say based on the book memoirs, the moments, the writings of a two-time felon. So please go and support your local artists, authors, businesses. Right now, we're all suffering. Like it's not just being a like not once again not to like discriminate, but all businesses are suffering right now.
Mm-hmm.
Like support your local business, go to your local bodega, buy like a yogurt or something. Like do something to help somebody else, especially so close to Thanksgiving. Just before we do go into our music break, no, David Bradley, you do not want stalkers. And the evening experience said, "You're right. Trump told how he was going to screw us on Twitter. You're right." Yo, shout out to Dinner at the Round Table on the check-in again. They are our guest co-hosts for next week. Mikey, before we go in the music break, do you want to say who our guest is for next week?
Oh,
Wow.
yo, I got into a little like blank moment. Oh, our guest next week, we're gonna have a good friend of mine. We're gonna talk about business, Checkmate Sweets, where she does makes all kinds of delicious edibles. So if you guys want to tune in and have a nice little edible connect,
And we're gonna try the shit like during the
On air.
music break and see how
Wow.
we feel afterwards.
Oh
yeah,
wow. Definitely
we
got
we
to
play
tune in.
dangerous
I
games.
definitely got to tune in for that one.
Yeah, we play dangerous games.
No, the thing was we did the same shit today, so that's the funny part, and we feel amazing. Shout out to
I'm just
Wilma
cold.
Wilma Flintstone. Yeah,
That shit
it's
lock
super cold. Like this
that
weather
shit
is
knocked me out.
bipolar.
That shit. Ooh,
Yo, facts. We need to get a chopped cheese.
I had one the other day.
Oh, I hate you. But before we get completely off topic, so yeah, we're gonna try the edibles. We have actually a great friend of mine the other day coming in, doing the DJing.
Mm-hmm.
We got the whole cast of Dinner at the Round Table. Holy shit, I'm screwed. If I thought sitting with you for a couple of hours is crazy, imagine sitting for
How was sitting with me for a couple of hours? Crazy. I don't understand that at all.
because we have our moments, ever since we started doing this edibles thing, we kind of, you
I'm
know,
I'm I'm probably the best co-host you'll ever have.
the best there is, the
No,
best
don't
there
do that.
was,
Don't do that.
the best there will ever will be.
Oh my god.
But on that note, we're gonna get into talks with Self from Jazz E and kick off the music break. I want to dedicate today's music break though to Chanel Coachelle Scott, who was
Oh, my
that
girl.
we,
I got a story to tell y'all about her too. Like
but we're gonna definitely say that after the music
right
break.
after the music break.
You
Yeah.
know, if people that knew her, she was a independent radio host. She had the show, The Daily Talk with Kucha. They used to air Monday to Friday on our former radio station, WVMR. Um, she passed away from an aggressive brain tumor, and it is a
Wow.
shock to many people, being such a
Yeah.
young person who was a production assistant for Wendy Williams, and she had her credits go a long way. But we're gonna get into our music break. And some of these artists are artists that she did deal with. Some of them would just reflect on her music taste. Some of them would just reflect on, you know, the embodiment of the culture and something she really wanted to be a part of. Like she wanted to help expand and grow. So, without further ado, we're gonna get into that music break.
Smoking on this ganja, taking in the night air, escaping the moment. Everything is quite clear. Deep in my subconscious, all the answers right there. Escaping the moment. I'm trying to go deeper. Every last one, I could put you on. Let me roll this way out. Tell me what you want. I could put you on. So let your mind ease up, spirit leave your body. Let your thoughts free up, feeling this hypnotic. I'm trying to go deeper. Baby, let's get on. I could put you on. I could put you on some of that good shit. Lose all your defenses. Creating a moment. We ain't got no limits. It's amazing, kinda crazy, got me in my zone. Happiness and perfect bliss deep inside the unknown. I've been waiting, reaching, chasing, searching on my own. Found me on my own. And I ain't gon' let it. Wipe my weed with a little bit of gas. Spiritual queen with a little bit of gas. Baby, on a whole nother level. Lately, I've been feeling like Geppetto. Pull these strings, they do what I say. So I am means, I am what I say so. I'm trying to go deeper. Baby, let's get on. I could put you on. Let me roll this way out. Tell me what you want. I could put you on. So let your mind ease up, spirit leave your body. Let your thoughts free up, feeling this hypnotic. Go deeper. Baby, let's get on. I could put you on. I could put you. Tell me what you want. I can put you on. You can't win them all. 'Cause some things take time. Even the best of us fall out. But that's just life. That's just life.
I believe people come into your life for a season. Lost faith in people when it's God I should believe in. I wasn't told I was a king until my older age. Right. The uncertain got me thinking to be so afraid. Wow. Sometimes I wish I'd be the one they call for. Like being drafted not knowing what's the war for. Spoke freely but ignore more. I take things very personal like getting hit with a draw four. Before COVID I was social distant. Temple poster instant. Above that a nigga hold grudges. Aim high but I'm working with a low budget. Pretend I'm good but the truth is I don't love it. One life you gotta try to live it. You can appreciate a rose till you drive a Civic. I gotta learn to do me and just mind my business. Move on and for myself need to find forgiveness.
Even
Facts.
the best of us fall down, but that's just life. That's just
I try to stay away from things that's toxic, but when I get gas, I become obnoxious. The things I learn in my own self-conscious. The best experience is when you crash and burn. I feel jaded by how niggas left and still made it. If everyone happy, then I'll be a real favorite. At least I thought that baton can be brought back. Niggas moved on and I'm the one that's not off that shit. I delayed my own progress by being stuck. And those that stayed around, I made it hard to even trust. I can't be stubborn at times and indecisive, but I know I never put anyone in a crisis. Sometimes I feel like the same shit is still with you. I can't subscribe if I still ignore the real issues. And that starts with the man in the mirror. Fan the smoke out, you start understanding it clearer.
Even
Trust.
the best of us fall down, but that's just life. That's just life.
It's funny, I'ma finish with those I started with and make amends with the people I departed with. Thought I would win being on some cold-hearted shit, but didn't like who I was becoming. Thought I needed change or be out of bound. Hate to put this on blast, but I got a sound. My OG had to correct me. He said, don't change who I am. You need to change for those who is not around. People have their own demons they are fighting with. 2020, everybody's seen all types of shit. Gotta be grateful for living and breathing. This global pandemic is giving us reasons to fight with a new course, a new will. Cause if your own brother won't kill you, the boys in the blue will. I'ma keep writing and producing with the true skill. Keep riding even if these bumps in the few hills.
The best of us fall down, but that's just life. That's just You can't win them all, 'cause some things take time.
Yo,
What's good, bro? I gotta put you on to some shit.
what happened?
She told me post on the gram.
She said, what?
She said post on the gram.
Nah, I'm on Thought Boys. We don't play that.
That's what I'm saying. I ain't with none of that shit, man.
So what's the move? What you gonna do?
Man, I don't know, but I know what I ain't gonna do. I ain't gonna post it.
She all up on my Instagram, asking me why I ain't posting yet. Baby, that wasn't part of the plan. Now she looking for another man. She said, but yeah, I always post you, but I never asked you to. So now she wanna find a new boo. It's gonna show off the way that she do. Damn girl, you ain't right. You're gonna live your life. So why you really saying that you ain't down? Cause you ain't posted on my page now. She swear a nigga, she think a nigga. And now she wanna know. I'm saying, baby girl, you gotta slow down. She's saying maybe we should be just friends now. She on up on my Instagram, asking me why I ain't posting yet. Baby, that wasn't part of the plan. Now she looking for another man. She want me to post it on Instagram, I ain't with the shit. We can keep it on the low. Me and you, don't nobody gotta know. She mad cause I won't post her. All up on my Instagram. She mad cause I won't post her. All up on my Instagram. She mad cause I won't post her. All up on my Instagram. She mad cause I won't post her. All up on
You say you wanna step back, baby, go and step back. I'm thinking them down, hitting tails, you get head out. You treat me like Fendi and flip the F5. Say you down to rats, either get it or you get up, baby, get it. It's 31 flavors and yet I choose you. And if you sub on the gram, then go and do you. Look, THOT, who get it poppin' with many options, cause I be stopping. Keep your queen or end up on a blacklist.
You talk a good game, you be running your mouth, shorty, but you still immature like Marcus Houston at House Party. Telling me posted or it never happened. I'm out rapping and you here running game like you playing Madden. Get out your feelings and get with it, or we gon' have to split like social distance. I'm so consistent. You want a bum on the internet who be posting women, or you want a man who gon' ball? You gotta know the difference. Post her. All up on my Instagram. She mad cause I will post her. She mad cause I will post her. All up on my Instagram. She mad cause I won't post her. All up on my Instagram.
Got that warmth like the summertime. Hands that can hold me down. Jokes with no punchlines, but yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it. Drives a mile. Can't roll the windows down. Eyes that can drive me wild. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it like that. Like it like that. Yeah. I like it like that.
Hey.
Like it like that. Yeah.
Hey. We just drive around the city feeling good, sun blazing. Caught a tank of gas with no specific destination. Running into traffic, but I ain't really complaining. I went from fuck love to fuck love is amazing. I used to always think that it was money over everything, till I met this chick who got me thinking of a wedding ring. Even got me thinking that I'm going insane. Ain't even got kids and I'm already giving them names. I'm hella sprung, wild and young. Lord, I think that she the one. We be chilling, we be sipping. Every day we having fun. Blast the music as we cruising. You can hear it down the street. And she know every lyric, but never know what to eat. Been waiting for somebody to love me like you do. Thought I'd be alone forever, but who knew? Swear I love myself, but you love me better. I just want this feeling here forever.
Got that warmth like the summertime. Hands that can hold me down. Jokes with no punchlines, but yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it. Car only drives a mile. Can't roll the windows down. Eyes that can drive me wild. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it like that. Like it like that. Yeah. I like it like that.
Look. And if you hold me down now, I got you when I'm rich. Get you your favorite whip and put a couple thousand on your wrist. Or even better, get you high, no Mary Jane. I'll get you real fly and go and cop you a plane. The mother niggas that you used to, they ain't nothing but lames. I'ma always be in the picture, girl, with you in that frame. This is real, on the rail, I never settled that fast. Girl, you bad like them kids in your special ed class. One day, we gon' travel to Italy just for pasta. Jamaica just to smoke with the rosters, then get lobster from Maine. We gon' do everything on our wish list. And I ain't even bragging, just speaking it to existence. Been waiting for somebody to love me like you do. Thought I'd be alone forever, but who knew? Swear I love myself, but you love me better. I just want this feeling here forever.
Got that warmth like the summertime. Warmth like the summertime. Hands that can hold me down. Jokes with no punchlines. But yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it. Car only drives a mile. No car, baby. Can't roll the windows down, but it's okay. Eyes that can drive me wild. Yeah, I like it. Yeah, I like it like that. I like it like that. I like it like that. I like it like that.
I like it like that. I like it like that. Hey, I like it like.
All right, baby, stop.
Like it like that.
All right, girl, stop.
But I like it like that. Hey.
And we are back. That was AQ the God featuring the lovely and beautiful Janique hailing from Jamaica, Queens. So we're here. This is Welcome to the Rawrrzone. We are in the home stretch of our show. We are in the last half hour. Michael, how are you feeling?
I'm tired.
I mean, that's always a fact. We're always fucking tired.
Facts. But we are here, so we're gonna finish the show up.
But we want to thank everyone that's been rocking in with us. The one true misfit who's been on both our Instagram and our YouTube, like being a true, like a really dope supporter, new supporter, but super dope. Shout out to Dinner at the Round Table. David goes, I gotta pull you up on the big screen. Making us feel all fancy, But so normally our last hour or half hour, we like to talk a lot of fucking shit, right? Always. So, do we want to go into the Lena Vega first, or do we want to go into Lil Wayne?
It don't matter.
So the true queen repping Queens, right? The Lena Vega, former manager to Andrade and Angel Garza, was released from WWE management and entertainment and whatever you want to call it because of her violating the no third party uh clause, I want to say, or rule that was created.
So basically, you can't have like Twitch or shit like that going on if you're under contract with WWE unless WWE is making money with it as well.
But the Lena, though, instead of, maybe making a Twitch or let's say an extra on Facebook, she made a goddamn OnlyFans. Delina Vega was the first WWE performer to be fired for disobeying the company's new policy on supplemental income streams. Early Friday morning, WWE announced the release of Zelina Vega. As recently as last month, Vega was considered one of WWE's rising stars. She wrestled Asuka for the Raw Women's Championship at Clash of Champions in late September, losing the match but attacking the champ in the aftermath, finally receiving an opportunity to show her worth in ring as a wrestler after working primarily as a manager. Vega, 29-year-old sad Trinidad, had proven herself as one of WWE's most talented and versatile performers since the summer of 2017. So how did we arrive at the point where Trinidad, who was considered a valuable piece of WWE's both present and future, is no longer part of the company? More than just a non-compliant with the new company policy, Trinidad directly challenged WWE earlier this month by opening an account on OnlyFans, a site that allows talents to directly interact with their fans. Trinidad's account features exclusive videos and photos of cosplays, lingerie, swimsuits, and more for a monthly subscription fee of $30. McMahon considers the breach of contract and responded by terminating Trinidad's contract. Sources say that she felt boxed into a different situation by opening the OnlyFans account. As unpopular as this new policy is among talent, Her dismissal serves as a sobering reminder that the new policy is going to be strictly enforced. Vega put a tweet saying, "I support unionization." Um, so David wrote in the Instagram why she made an OnlyFans page. Why she need that? She makes bank working on WWE. This isn't the '80s where they didn't pay talent good.
No. So I think what it is that because she wasn't getting used as much, her salary was really low. Not to say that it was like super low, but she said she made just as much, uh, if not more, streaming than she did with her WWE check. So I I get why she would do OnlyFans, but you have to realize that OnlyFans doesn't mean they're getting naked and popping pussy for a real nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like I think she only did cosplay and like lingerie shoots and stuff like that. I don't think it was anything like, oh my god, she's a WWE wrestler, but she's getting, naked on TV or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't anything like that.
So, shout out to Janelle from the Jobber Tears podcast.
Yo,
She actually makes more money on OnlyFans.
it was one of them. It was
So
one of them.
she made more money on OnlyFans. So it's just like, and it goes back to what Wilkins was saying today, right? Where he was talking about unionization of the WWE wrestlers. Like, um, people talk about how they don't get more medical insurance, but at the same time, WWE will be paying for their rehabs. WWE will pay if you get injured on their watch. So, while you need the unionization, you're getting something that people who get hurt on normal jobs can't get sometimes. Who the fuck gets a workers' comp like that? You guys get all your medical bills paid for and then some just to sit at home. A lot of these people got paid to be like on leave at times. So is it really like you're complaining about one thing, but they still provide you more? Or am I? You giving me that look? So am I going the wrong way?
No, I mean I get what you're saying, but then you have to take into account that people don't want to just stay inside all day. While there's other people that are doing the same job they're doing, but they're performing every day. But they have me sitting at home every other week or every 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? People like, yo, what's the difference? Like maybe I want to do the same thing that they're doing or whatever the case is. So, I get it on that side too. Why everybody just felt like, yo, during this pandemic, especially a lot of wrestlers saying, yo, this was a release. This was like tension relieving, and I got to be myself outside of being a wrestler and whatever.
Oh
So it was
yeah, did
like,
you
to take that element away from them, it was crazy.
um her leaving is not really a big deal, but her leaving is not really her leaving is not a big deal. She can do indies, but unionizing wrestling would give wrestlers a bigger voice. No, and that's very true, but at the same time these wrestlers also do have a bigger voice. Um but the indie, like, if we had our current wrestlers talking about this and really going into the topic of unionizing wrestling, then that would be a great ordeal because you have the majors helping you if something happens. Not all the way, because you see, like on shows like Total Bellas, not Total Bella, yeah, Total Bellas, where Nicole was talking about having to go to New York. I mean, not New York, LA, because she had the appointments for the doctor for her pregnancy.
Mhm.
But because her doctor is where her medical coverage is, that's the only reason why
She had to go over
she had
there.
to go over there. So I like, I understand the whole thing about a union. But I also feel like in today's crisis, because the money is so strapped, I think that's kind of impossible, even with multi-million dollar companies.
know if
because
it's impossible. I just think
not impossible, but difficult.
I don't even know if it's going to be difficult. I mean, yeah, at this point, that's probably never going to happen in WWE. So you can already get that out the way. I don't think it would.
Maybe it would.
You think Vince is going to be like, okay, yeah, let's do
If
it?
it's not with Vince, it's gonna be with Hunter.
No.
I think so. I really think so because you know why? Because you see the change that Hunter makes within the organization as a whole, as it is. And when you see
Yeah, but
how,
those are things that would bring in profit. You don't have to put in. He's not going to put anything that's going to make him lose money.
yeah, but in
Everything that he's done is done something good for the company in order to get them money.
and I get that, right? But maybe when we look at what's best for business, right, quote unquote, maybe they're gonna start looking into different ways that would help the situation because you've already seen within the last few months. Look how many people got COVID, bro. They're gonna have to eventually come up with ways that's gonna be more safer for these wrestlers to wrestle. So then those questions are gonna have to be brought up because that's what Corona's doing to everything, making you answer those hard questions. None of us would have thought any of this, in all honesty, had it not been for COVID-19.
Correct.
Okay? No one would have fucking talked about unionizing fucking wrestling. I mean, probably
Correct.
the wrestlers would have talked about unionizing wrestling down the line, but it wouldn't have been on the forefront right now.
Correct.
So let's call a spade a spade. But what's worse, all of the talent dying or getting sick, and he loses money over that? Because those talents' lives are irreplaceable. That's also if let's say knock on wood, Seth Rollins or somebody passes out and gets sick, what's gonna happen? Either a lawsuit, okay, get them fucking medical insurance. That will eventually become a thought.
My only issue with everything that you said, and I agree with everything you said, but people get COVID for being careless. I'm just gonna leave it there. It's not just spreading because it just wants to spread. People are being careless.
Oh no, people are being really careless.
Right. So the COVID argument goes out the window when people are being careless.
Yes, but I mean, just talking about more precautionary measures came because stupid people were doing stupid shit during COVID. Because the first 6 months we were perfectly fine being in our own goddamn houses.
Right.
I mean, not completely fine, but fine enough where we could get through this whole 6 months being in the fucking house.
Right.
But I mean, I feel bad for Zelina Vega and everyone that's been
Shit, you think she feel bad?
No, I
She
feel
making
bad.
fucking
No, no, no,
money.
no, no, no. I feel bad to the point because, like, the third party thing, right? Where Kofi and them can't do their, like, outside stuff. Like, you can't go.
Anything that WWE is not gonna profit off, they can't do.
That's my point. And so, like, if there's a dope interview that we could possibly do with them, that sucks. If you have an actual contract with WWE, you can't really do stuff with anyone outside of that. So that's taking your First Amendment right, in a way. That's my opinion.
Nah, it's not. But you have to realize that a person like Zelina Vega
Well, not with Zelina
already.
Vega.
I'm just saying in general. Like a person like her already understood the risk. That's why she went ahead and did the OnlyFans. So now that she did the OnlyFans, she knew that she took a risk in getting fired. She had nothing to lose. She didn't care. She was making more money doing that anyway. So a lot of people weigh their options. It's like, okay, yeah, I could be in WWE, or I can use WWE popularity for me and make money doing this. And then they're gonna fire me, so I'm gonna get more traffic now because everybody's gonna want to see what the fuck I'm doing now.
And that's a great business move, right? But let's say there's people that actually just want to promote themselves and what they're doing within the WWE, just in case.
If they want to do it, they can do it, but they risk losing their job.
That is my point. So what if I'm a WWE wrestler and I want to talk about the fact that we're doing all this shit in the Thunderdome, right? And this is a new technology and this is a new experience. Because you know for a fact that some of these mainstream entertainers and correspondents don't ask questions like that.
Right.
So you're telling me, even though I'm a wrestler and I'm promoting your product, so that means more revenue, I'm still gonna get fired?
You can still do it, but you got to take the risk in getting fired. That's what Vince said. So until that changes, there's really nothing you could do. So if at this point you can complain about it as much as you want, but you're gonna take the risk and say my options are better doing what I was doing than staying with the WWE or with any job. It doesn't necessarily have to be the WWE. It's like you weigh your options. Yo, I'll make more money doing this than I am doing what I'm currently doing. So what's more important to me? Staying somewhere where I'm not happy or doing something that I love doing? Most people would choose the happiness because, of course, it's getting you more money or whatever. But the people who are loyal are going to stay where the fuck they're at. And that's what it is. It's like, what can you do? Yeah, it's fucked up that we lose out on entertainment and that they lose out on their outlet to be themselves outside of wrestling, which is, I'm sure, what they want.
I'm never getting Trish Stratus now. I'm never getting Trish Stratus.
Getting Trish Stratus what?
Listen, man, I'm still waiting on her email.
Oh, yeah, no. That's quiet.
That's whole quiet.
Well, yeah, no, I at this point, I when I heard about it, I was like, damn, that's kind of fucked up. But then when I saw that she was making more money, I was like, oh, she did a financial gain. That's cool. You're making more money. You're happier. What the fuck? Why not? Let's get it.
Well, either way, so we got one more song and a half for the night. We're gonna play that last song, Venomous, from it's called Clap. And then we're gonna get into a special tribute to the Daily Talk's Cool Charles. So without further ado, here's Clap.
Come on, baby, don't you so venomous. Come on, baby, come on, baby, come on, baby, come on.
I'm not here for your respect, I'm here to make a scene. Stepping in the club like a motherfucking queen. Say hands up, catch you reaching for the beams. While you skydiving off the bar from the lean. Seems weak. Roll with bad bitches, we 10. Fly without Gucci over Benz. They old news, call them past tense. We out here every day, tell your friend to bring a friend. Now clap, now clap, now clap, now clap, now clap, now clap. Stop, take them all up top. It's Jersey, bitch. Nice waist, cute face. Honey is a problem. Niggas think they can solve them. Treat them like a tom, no pop them and dissolve them. When I'm on my Jersey grind, they say I don't involve them. They say I'm hot a little bit, I call them all ridiculous. They say I'm looking at a bull, I call my shit the licorice. Vinny on the next flow, chicks is all oblivious. Heavy on the stash though, pocket stack ridiculous. We out in this club as a unit and we working everything while these chicks looking foolish. Live from the pit of VI with the block. Motion to make them work. Bottle service for purpose. You came to make it hurt. We style, they laying in the dirt. Personality over swag. This lane is not rehearsed. Nigga, I been me. I'm still me on a bus or in a Bentley. Even on my bummy days, they empty in the club looking right, and we causing such a frenzy. If can't nobody ever tell you nothing, you got paid and you ain't even frontin'. One time you hitting up the button, put your hands back down if you ain't about nothing. Now clap, now clap, now clap, now clap, now clap, now clap. Stop. Bass drop, 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 now clap, 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 now clap, 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 clap. Let's get it. Now run. rock. Now rock. Just rock with it. Let's rock. Yeah, this that shit. New York, DC, Jersey. This for you.
So shout out to everyone on the tune in right now. We got Corey Giles in the motherfucking building. Shout out to him. If you don't know who the fuck he is the owner of Corner Radio on Station Head, where you can catch the Tri-State Top 10. We'll be back in a couple of weeks. But you could also catch him and Hala Marak on Dash Radio for Mornings on the Corner. Or you could also check them out on Corner Radio. Dope people, dope family, you know. It's definitely a vibe. Yo, you need to co-host the class for me one of these days, Mikey. That shit's lit.
That's on Saturday. That shit's a dub.
Yeah, I know, but it's worth a try.
If I'm off of Saturday, or if I don't have the baby, definitely.
If you don't have the boy.
Yeah.
But you know, shout out to the boy too. So I never really thought I would be having these type of conversations here. And the last few days, and I've been talking about this because it didn't sit right with me at all. Now I'm not by far a perfect person and never will be, and I might have had a few, I don't want to say altercations, but I did butt heads with a few people during my tenure at WVMR. And while I don't regret my actions in bettering myself afterwards, after the fallout, there's one thing I honestly completely do have remorse and regret for, and that's not talking to Chanel Scott before her untimely passing. Her career and just her essence as a person was extremely one in a lifetime. She knew how to control her crowd. She also knew how to control her show. And she always made sure that you were able to have a seat at her table, no matter who the fuck you are and where you came from. And you could be the weirdest bitch or hoe in the room, and she'll still be supporting you. Like I said, she told me about her life because I came to her her show one day at the old station, and it really it was motivating because I'm a night show person. Since I started my career in radio, I was always a night show person. And it was different. You know, nighttime you could say whatever the fuck you want, do whatever you want, have a stripper in the fucking show. No one gave a fuck. The FCC pretty much stopped checking you after 10 o'clock. Oh, bitch, we here at fucking almost midnight, right? So, to hear her words, and then we went for coffee after to Dunkin' Donuts. She was telling me about her career and how she worked through Wendy Williams. She told me about how she had all these plans for her career. Mind you, someone at that time, 30-something years old, and she was fighting an aggressive brain tumor. There she had a point where she was in remission, and you never understand the quality of life. And I think we took a lot of it for granted over the last 9-10 months. Because we've seen people slip, and it's become desensitizes you. And when you hear about somebody that just had that effect on people and learned that they're no longer here no more. It's um it's really tragic. It takes a lot out of you, and Mike is gonna have something to say as well. But yo, Charles, thank you for everything you did for the independent culture. Thank you for what you did for these artists. You gave some of these people their breaks when no one else did. So you're gonna always be remembered, always be appreciated. You were the mother of the Monday family. You had our backs, even when some of us didn't deserve it. But cancer sucks. Fuck cancer. So Mikey.
Nah, I didn't know Charles as well as y'all did. But our few interactions were very memorable. For one, she gave me my first ever interview, like the first interview I ever had as an artist. Her and John Cole gave me that interview, so that will always be an interview I remember. I mean, there's videos of it floating around on Facebook, um, but like it's something I always remember because I was so comfortable. She made it so easy to really just express myself as an artist for the first time ever doing it, ever standing in front of the mic like how I am now on the other side of the table and just being able to tell them about my music and articulate. And she asked all the right questions without me having to worry about the where are you from, why do you do music. Like she never gave those types of interviews. And after that interview, she had told me about her. She said, you know, I do the morning show or whatever like that. And for I always tuned in. Anytime she went on Facebook Live, and like this was when Facebook first started having live, she was on it every morning at what was it, 9 o'clock, 10
10
o'clock,
o'clock.
10 o'clock every morning, and I always tuned in.
The Daily Show with your girl Cool
Right.
Charles.
And she would always say, when are you coming? This is when I was living in Georgia at the time. When are you coming back so you can get on my show? When are you coming? And that never happened. By the time I got back to New York, station was closed, and she had started, actually was in the midst of starting her own station, where I guess she had certain songs playing on rotation, and my song was one of the first songs to ever be played in rotation. She didn't hesitate um to just take whatever I had because she just really fucked with me as a person and fucked with the music and you know, had my joint just on rotation, had my joint confused on rotation. Like my Twitter mention would blow every time it would play. So it was like, yo, I'm so forever grateful for just the time that we did share, even though it was brief. You know, I thank God for you being in my life because I wouldn't be the artist that I am now. As far as doing interviews and knowing how to conduct an interview and things like that, if she wasn't so poised and perfect with the one that she did for me. So, you know, she will be missed, and it's not, you know, out of the you know, far fetched to say that we're very, very just brokenhearted at the suddenness of it all.
It's just like, and I'm sorry if I'm emotional, and I'm sorry if look like I'm about to blubber, and I'm trying not to. Because I did have my disagreements with her, but she's one of the I don't want to say fires, but she had that passion, that flame that if you stepping on something that says best believe she was gonna fucking take it from you. Like she stood her ground no matter what, and she advocated for tumor, for brain tumor research, and for she did the walks for the brain tumor, for the brain, like the cancers. Um, and throughout it all, she just stayed positive because she knew her life wasn't guaranteed.
Right.
And to think that I'm in my late 20s and I'm not great. I personally don't think I've ever been grateful for my life until you see something like that happen. So I kind of just want to take a moment of silence for her to end our show. It's 12 o'clock now too, so okay. Thank you to everyone that tuned in with us. Thank you to our guest David Hopper. Uh, thank you everyone on the check-in, David Bradley, Corey Giles, dinner at the round table, the evening experience. Y'all are dope individuals, and once again, thank you for always tuning in and being with the movement. Um, Mikey, where can they find you?
Yo, y'all know y'all can just find me at _Heel Classic on everywhere.
So, once again, next week it's gonna be a very Rawrdzone Thanksgiving.
Oh God, I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm sorry, I'm in my WBFLS voice. Let me change that up. I don't know how that's gonna go at all.
I don't know either. Um, but that means there's food, so I don't mind that, right? So you can follow us everywhere at Rawrrzone NYC, RAWRR Zone NYC. Our podcast is taking a little break while we get the website up, but you could catch all of our episodes there on Spotify, Apple, and wherever you stream your stuff. Catch Michael Bostic's In My Bed music video on Pornhub.
Oh, it's on. It's on. We're
I'm
live on Pornhub.
We're about to be. I started working on that.
Oh yeah. Also, before we end off, we're doing a little project called Rawrdzone Picks, where you guys can send in like your products or whatever. So if you're a guest, a former guest, and a guest that's coming, or if you just want to have a video or something to promote your product, holler at us. Send us a product in. You know what I'm saying? We'll do a video testing or tasting or whatever the case is for whatever it is you do, and we'll send you a video back. You know what I'm saying? So we're trying to support businesses any way that we can.
Yeah, because like we were saying in our Instagram live, it's like this is the time now more than ever that we need to support ourselves, our fellow creators, because it is the holidays too, and some people want to buy shit for their kids or whatever the case may be, and they can't because business isn't picking up because the world wanted to fuck up.
Right.
But like just for an example, like Bal Cosmetics got a Black Friday sale starting I believe this week, but you could check the post on the Rawrdzone NYC page. Right now, like I actually have her eyeliner on. The eyeliner is on fleek right now. Plus her eye mask that make me look like I'm not a fucking 40-year-old white woman or some shit because I'm definitely in my 20s. But and then we got masks. Like he had the Buck Madoff mask for the 10 to 10. I got my FME Equality and Justice and Freedom mask. So once again, like support your peoples. We'll be back next week.
Yo, let me plug my podcast real quick. So
Yo,
we bring our podcast back.
So we're bringing back
Thoughts of a Regular Man. We bring back Thoughts of a Regular Man. I have 2 special guests on tomorrow. They're gonna talk about some real shit.
So
and then I got another podcast after that with me and my girlfriend Janelle called Adventure Time with Mikey and Janelle.
And then some people thought this was a good idea to have me just come on the show.
Yeah, you'll be on tomorrow. It's gonna be interesting because we're gonna actually really just talk about some real shit that a lot of people don't want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? But that's how I do on the podcast anyway.
It's like guess what? I got bad news for you guys. Oh, Katie's gonna be on the podcast.
Yeah, but that's only in response to your bad news. I'm not coming on Sunday. Like, what the fuck was that?
Yo, I'm pretty sure. And listen, Instagram, Facebook, all of you people listening, if you tell somebody, yo, I got bad news, right? But not in like a bad way. Like, I thought that was a normal thing. People hit up, like, yo, I got bad news.
No, absolutely not. You literally should have just been like, yo, guys, I don't think I'm going to be able to make it on Sunday. Like, you went into this whole thing, I got bad news. That's not bad news. It's unfortunate that you're not going to be able to make it. But that definitely wasn't bad news. No.
It's bad for somebody else. Bad for me. Not
right. So that's personal for you for it to be, but it's not bad for everybody else.
I don't know. I mean, what you'd miss me. I'm not saying you'd be like heartbroken, but you'd miss me. So shit. I didn't think it was like a bad way to
see, I didn't have no response to that, right?
Listen, man, whatever. I really didn't think it was that much of a bad way. Like that's literally the wrong way. Maybe this is a white thing. Like
that's the wrong way to tell anybody bad news. Like even if you have bad news, you never start off with.
Yo, but the worst part was then you gave me bad news right after. So
I actually gave you bad news before. That's why it was weird when you said I have bad news, and I was like, yo, what the fuck?
Oh, my bad, yo. Maybe that's why you took it like that.
No, I took it that way because I was just like, yo, that was not bad news. It was like an over exaggeration of like.
My bad, yo. Either way, I'm hungry. It's time to go.
Yo, y'all have a good night.
Good night, guys. Oh, let's get into this. I'm so rude. Let me get into this last song.
Oh, yeah, get into the song.
I forgot I'm just so rude because you were just sitting there like.
Oh nah, you control all that shit. I don't do
my bad, yo. Listen, man, Mikey's like Mikey. I'm so sorry, but here is that bipolar from T.V.R featuring Coke.
I thought I could love you, thought I could trust you, baby. You turn your back, then fucked around and drive me crazy. I can't believe you broke my heart, but I'ma take it. See you at your best, see you while you was naked. I wish you the best, it's over, we gotta face it. No more room left, no empty spaces. You still my bitch, I don't care what you really saying. Who broke up? Nah, we just playing. I thought I could love you, thought I could trust you, baby. You turn your back, then fucked around and drive me crazy. I can't believe you broke my heart, but I'ma take it. See you at your best, see you while you was naked. I wish you the best, it's over, we gotta face it. No more room left, no empty spaces. You still my bitch, I don't care what you really saying. Who broke up? No, we just playing.
Sat and told me lies, thinking that you fly. Cheated on me, yeah, your niggas dropped that time. You was hoeing in Dubai, thinking I would never find. Out of pocket, out of line, yeah, now it's homicide. Switching my lanes, a psycho with brains. Shit ain't the same, found you a lame. Now it's a game, attackers who tame. Yeah, we gon' play, yeah, we gon' play. Your brother's my babe, what can I say? What can I say? You catching a fade, yeah, I held it down, nigga, day one. So I've been in these streets, what you saying, son? I've been getting money, you been moving funny, man, your bitch is ugly. Now you nothing for me, got a couple that adore me in another category, and I choose to live in glory, so I'm closing up that lobby, and I'm ending out the story. Think about cash, you think about ass, moving too fast, but you gon' crash. No, you can't smash, you just a pass.
I thought I could love you, thought I could trust you, baby. You turn your back, then fucked around and drive me crazy. I can't believe you broke my heart, but I'ma take it. See you at your best, see you while you was naked. I wish you the best, it's over, we gotta face it. No more room left, no empty spaces. You still my bitch, I don't care what you really saying. Who broke up? Nah, we just playing. I thought I could love you, thought I could trust you, baby. You turn your back, then fucked around and drive me crazy. I can't believe you broke my heart, but I'ma take it. See you at your best, see you while you was naked. I wish you the best, it's over, we gotta face it. No more room left, no empty spaces. You still my bitch, I don't care what you really saying. Who broke up? Nah, we just playing. Flashbacks, you be all up on my mind. I be thinking about the time you held it down, I had my down. We fucked up and broke up my mind, but we up, now we got it back. Rumor is that we broke up, but that is not a fact. Never. I just wanna let the world know that pussy is mine and I ain't never letting go. Yeah, we be fighting, but we lovers and we grow. Your mama really love me, so don't even let her know. She just wanna fuss and fight, yeah. I just wanna fuck all night, yeah. Fuck her good so she forgot about the other night. That's my baby, but some top shit don't be feeling right. I thought I could love you, thought I could trust you, baby. You turn your back and fucked around and drive me crazy. I can't believe you broke my heart, but I'ma take it. See you at your best, see you while you was naked. I wish you the best, it's over, we gotta face it. No more room left, no empty spaces. You still my bitch, I don't care what you really saying. Who broke up? Nah, we just playing. I thought I could love you, thought I could trust you, baby. You turn your back, then fucked around and drive me crazy. I can't believe you broke my heart, but I'ma take it. See you at your best, see you while you was naked. I wish you the best, it's over, we gotta face it. No more room left, no empty spaces. You still my bitch, I don't care what you really saying. Who broke up? No, we just playing.
Sat and told me lies, thinking that you fly. Cheated on me, yeah, your niggas dropped that time. You was hoeing in Dubai, thinking I would never find. Out of pocket, out of line, yeah, now it's time to side.
Going father, grew up not knowing father, seeing no one bother. But know my story gets better cause I know the author. Keep reading, it's a comeback story. I told her that if you leave, don't ever come back, shorty. I be saying word to mother, she the one that taught me. Karma is a bitch who holds around and come back for me. Cold. It's gonna be a cold summer. Devil tryna take your soul from you. Call him but he got my old number. It's gonna be a cold summer. Devil tryna take your soul from you. Call him but he got my old number. It's gonna be a cold summer. I'm chillin' for the whole summer. No feelings for the whole summer. It's gonna be a cold summer. I'm chillin' for the whole summer. No feelings for the whole summer. I just feel like life is hot and cold. Ups and downs, back and forth, wins and losses. It's gonna be some sunshine and it's gonna be some rain. When it rains, it pours. But ask yourself, can you weather the storm until the sun shines again?
Tell you twice, yeah. I'm a thief for the night. I did some wrong, but I'm always right. So I know how to shoot, and I know how to fight. I tell you once,